Welcome to Explain America. I'm your host, Kyle Becker. Well, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker has been a giant pain in the neck. He runs Illinois like it's its own personal fiefdom, and he's up in arms about President Donald Trump daring to send National Guard troops to the Windy City. But while he was out grandstanding in public, he just owned himself in epic fashion. And you have to see this because it's one of the most hilarious cell phones I've ever seen. But before we get into that, please like, share, and comment Explain America. Join us. We appreciate your support for common sense journalism. Now, J.B. Pritzker, he is a blowhard. He somehow has become Illinois governor, despite being the living embodiment of public corruption and someone who abuses power at every turn. Well, J.B. Pritzker was out in public, and he was lecturing us about how Chicago is just this gorgeous city and there's hardly any crime. Well, here's the thing. I know Chicago personally. I used to live near Chicago. Actually, when I first got married, I brought my wife there. And I can tell you, from walking around in Chicago, there are some beautiful parts of the city. Don't get me wrong. There is a really nice business area near Michigan Avenue. But here's the thing. If you walk a few blocks in the wrong direction, whether it's towards the south side or even up towards the northeastern side in some parts, you can get in a real bad block in a hurry. And you could be in danger. Yes, you could be targeted because you don't fit in with the local crowd there. So here's the thing. Pritzker was out trying to sell Chicago and its most beautiful part, trying to make it seem like the entire city is like this. Well, here's the funny thing. I'll show you the video and explain it right afterwards. So just watch this.
We're very pleased about the progress that we're making. I know that I live rent-free in the president's head, and I wish he would spend some time in Chicago so that he could see what a lovely city we have.
Governor, quick follow-up. What do you do if the National Guard is activated and comes here?
All right. So what you just saw there was J.B. Pritzker trying to own President Trump by pointing to Trump Tower as one of the beautiful parts of the city. I mean, it's just amazing. And the thing about this is that's really, I find it hilarious, is because this area, the way that Trump has helped to revitalize the downtown, and I stayed right across from Trump Tower. Actually, I have pictures of. I stayed right across. It is a gorgeous building. I love. Trump Tower looks great in Chicago in particular. There is crime there, and they just don't report it. But anybody who lives in Chicago, the residents, if you look at the people who live there, the moms who have to send their kids to school, the local residents who don't appreciate the gangs and the cartels and all of their activity there, they will applaud President Trump for coming and trying to protect them. Because that's the first duty of government, is to protect and serve the citizens of this country. And that is all President Trump is trying to do. So when they're trying to blame him for trying to incite violence, they are telling on themselves because they have turned the other way towards the actual violence that has been in their cities for decades. They do not really care about the residents of this city. And if you look at Washington, D.C., no homicides in 11 days, is that the kind of violence that he's trying to incite? Because it looks to me from the statistics that have come in already, the thousands of arrests, the hundreds of guns they've taken from minors, and you cannot conclude that he's trying to incite violence in D.C. He's proving them wrong with his actions. So Governor Pritzker, good job on the cell phone. You look absolutely absurd and like a fool. Instead of grandstanding, why don't you cooperate with the President of the United States so that we can build a better country together? But I don't think you're capable of doing that. Just my suspicion. So before we leave, please share a comment, give us your feedback, talk to your fellow Americans. We appreciate hearing from you.